Today, I'm continuing our conversation about authenticity and the obstacles that can prevent you from being your true self. Now, one of these obstacles is societal expectations. And these are the unwritten rules about who we should be and how we should show up. And they come from all kinds of places: family, friends, the media, and in some cases, cultural customs. And they can be so deeply rooted in us that we don't even realize we're following them because they feel like they're just part of who we are. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting to belong or feel accepted because that's human nature. But the problem begins when we start prioritizing these expectations over our own truth, over who we really are. Think about this. Have you ever felt pressured to fit into a certain mold, to live up to what society expects of you, even when it doesn't feel quite right? Maybe it's the idea that you need to have a certain career, look a certain way, or act in a certain way. These are what I call societal expectations, and they can be a huge obstacle to living authentically. So, why are societal expectations such a barrier to authenticity? Let me tell you why. Because when we try to fit into a mold that doesn't reflect our true selves, we end up living someone else's version of life, not our own. We ignore our own desires, passions, and values in an effort to fit in or be accepted. Now, the pressure to conform can lead us to make choices that don't align with who we are, like choosing a career because it's seen as stable and secure, hiding parts of our own identity to avoid judgment, or even adopting habits and lifestyles that don't make us happy. Now, I think we've all had moments in our lives when we question, are we making the right decision? And then there are times we don't even realize we're being influenced by societal expectations. For instance, when you feel like you should do something, but deep down it doesn't feel right. Or you're afraid of what others will think if you pursue something different or unconventional. Or you feel pressure to conform, even if it means sacrificing your true desires or values. Now, if any of these sound familiar, first of all, know that you're not alone. But recognizing these pressures is the first step to overcoming them. So let's talk about how to start breaking free from these expectations and reconnecting with your authentic self. Number one, identify your own values. Take time to define what really matters to you. Know your core values because this is your roadmap. And getting clear on this helps you distinguish between what you want and what society wants for you. And then question the shoulds. Whenever you feel like you should do something, pause and ask yourself, is this something I want? Or is it something I think others expect of me? This simple question can open up a sense of freedom that you may not have expected. And number three, set boundaries. It's okay to distance yourself from people or situations that pressure you to become someone you're not. And surround yourself with those who accept and encourage you just as you are. And number four, celebrate your differences. We're all different. Embrace the things that make you unique, even if they don't align with societal norms. Your authenticity is your strength, and living true to yourself is the greatest way to honor who you are. Remember, society or societal expectations are powerful, but they don't have to define you. When you start making choices based on your values, your desires, and your truth, you begin living a life that's authentic and fulfilling. So take a moment to reflect. Is there an area in your life where you feel pressured to conform? Think about it. And if so, what's one small step you can take today to honor your true self instead? And you know I'd love to hear from you, so if you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. Thank you for joining me as we explore these obstacles to authenticity. Always remember and keep in mind, authenticity is your superpower, and societal expectations don't have to stand in the way. If this message speaks to you, please hit the subscribe button, share it, and leave a comment below. And be sure to check out my other videos on authenticity to continue this journey toward living your true self.